Y'all, it's Sunday, and I'm about to have lunch. I made a sandwich at Central Market that's chicken, Swiss cheese, arugula, a little bit of basil pesto, and some caramelized onions. And I'm going to share this 100 calorie Dr. Pepper with Jim, so it'll be 50 calories. This is what I had left that I'm going to wrap up. I just ate half with some balsamic vinegar. The cool thing is this is pretty low calorie if you don't add chips. Never really been much of a fast food junkie, but one thing that I was introduced to a year ago that I found out that I really like and I find myself craving, especially now that I'm on a lower calorie diet, is the sausage McMuffin at McDonald's, which is only $1, and it's 400 calories, which is definitely one of those things that you eat thinking it's probably not that bad, and then you find out and you're like, holy cow. So I was craving it, and rather than earn the calories for a 400 calorie super high salt meal, I bought some turkey sausage and some pasteurized cheese, which is not the best, but one little step at a time. It's better than eating at McDonald's. And then I got some English muffins so that I can make my own, and I'll be saving just under 100 calories per serving, which I think is pretty darn good. Look at this beautiful girl. Darla. Isn't she pretty? Oh, baby. Good morning. Today is February, it's Tuesday, February 12th. Today is February 12th. And I have now been at my higher calorie number of 1660 for 2 days, Sunday and Monday. I haven't eaten yet today. And this morning I weighed in at 225.6. which is down 0.6 from yesterday, and which was down 0.8 from the day before yesterday. So I think that it's pretty safe to say, while water retention may still have played some element in this, I think I was not eating enough, and my metabolism was compensating for me being in basically starvation mode. So that's nice. On a personal level, beyond just results on the scale, I feel like I'm in Oz compared to the last 5 weeks. I feel like I can hear better. And I feel like colors are brighter. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but genuinely, I just felt in such a fog. I felt so disconnected from everything around me on that 1,200 calories a day, and I couldn't really focus. I've gotten more work done in the last, probably in the last 3 or 4 days than I have in a month almost. And some of that also is because I walked a whole lot on Friday. I've been earning a few more calories, and frankly I just had to get the work done because there's deadlines, and so some of it was just making myself concentrate. But the last 2 days it hasn't hurt to do so. It hasn't been exhausting to think about it. Yesterday I went mall walking because the weather was British. It was very, very dreary and cold, and so I didn't want to make myself feel potentially sick like I did on Friday. So I walked about 6.5 miles at the mall, which meant that I actually did several loops. What I do at the mall when I mall walk, we have a big mall. So there's one of our malls. I don't actually know about the others, but one of our malls actually advertises that if you do the whole circuit, just in the middle, like if you just stayed in the actual loop and didn't go into any stores, you would walk 1 mile. And so what I do is I actually go into all of the big stores and I walk at least around the far perimeter of each store to add significant footage to my walk. And then like in some of them, if the aisles are wide enough or if it's not very crowded, like particularly there's a huge arcade and there's a Burlington coat factory, and they're usually not super crowded and very, very like good, nice wide aisles, and none of the employees don't care. I get a little self-conscious in the smaller stores because the employees look like so excited to have a customer, and then I'm like not shopping. So I generally stick to the bigger stores where the employees aren't going to notice or care that I'm just sort of browsing, because it's awkward and it slows you down. But I will actually weave in and out of the aisles the whole way to the back of the store and then back again. And in Burlington, it's so big that I think I checked my counter and it was like 1,500 steps just to do that in Burlington Coat Factory, like by itself. So anyway, so that's how I make my mall walks turn into 6 mile walks. Even then I had to walk the full circuit with a couple extra like big stores a second time after I did the full circuit with as many stores as I could on the outer perimeter the first time, because like sometimes just to mix it up I'll go the opposite direction and do the stores on the inner perimeter, but they're smaller because they go into the middle instead of out to just the parking lot. I also obviously park as far as I can from the door. There's actually several entrances to the mall, and a lot of times I'll park kind of at the far end from one entrance and actually walk all the way to a different entrance. So it's just kind of, I find that finding an inefficient route is less likely to make me bored than doing the same circle over and over and over again, or doing a treadmill. Not that I have access to one. But if I like can just have diverse scenery, I feel like I'm making progress. And technically I can window shop for like birthday presents for my nieces and nephews while I'm at it. Things like that. So it's not, I don't know. So anyway, that's how I do go about mall walking. And I live in a place, they used to say, you know, you're in my hometown when you can spit and hit a mall. And that is very true. I don't live in my hometown anymore, but I live close enough to it. I currently live within a 20-minute drive of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indoor malls, and then like dozens and dozens of outdoor strip malls. But 6 major indoor malls. I live within 20 minutes of them. And some of which are only 5 minutes away. I think I have 2 that are 5 minutes away. And then I showed you what I do sometimes with the strip malls, where I'll just walk all the way across the parking lot and then just go down the like aisle of stores, which is usually covered also. So if it's not like unbelievably cold, it still works pretty well. So my plan right now is to stay on the 1660 and continue trying to work out. I'm really excited because I officially made my physical therapy appointment. It's tomorrow, my first physical therapy appointment. And from the sound of it, a lot of the physical therapy will be a little bit of like a low-key workout, which is nice. And then he'll be giving me homework exercises to do that will also be sort of double as like a lower key workout. So I'm excited to like expand what I can do from home without hurting myself. And I'm really excited. Like I can't, like if anybody ever watches this and you're a physical therapist, like know how much you change people's lives, because like the thought that I will not have to live with the pain in my shoulder for very much longer is just like, I'm really excited. So anyway, I think that's all that's going on right now. I wanted to walk. I have my Tuesday meeting today, and I wanted to walk to it again like I did last time. I might, if the weather report is less accurate than it's saying, because it's saying that it's gonna feel like 37 degrees. My limit for like walking outside, because I'm in Texas. I don't like my winter wardrobe consists of a hoodie. So I'm not inclined to walk outside long distances if it's below like 42 degrees. I think 45 is really like my 45 and up are like my ideal for outdoor walking. Otherwise, so I may just go to the mall and try to get my walking in earlier. Like probably like I might just eat and go to the mall, walk a couple hours, and then come home and do work until my meeting, or even go there and do work where we're meeting until the meeting starts. But I do have another meeting this afternoon, so I better like get on it either way. Apparently, Noom has charged my account and then uncharged my account and then recharged my account and then uncharged my account $167 twice, and then they charged me again last night, which I was not aware that I thought I had already been charged twice, and I didn't know that they'd taken it back the second time, because Wells Fargo actually texted me and was like, hey, is Noom supposed to be charging you? And I said yes, and so they let that transaction go through, which means Noom was the one that canceled it the second time. And probably the first time, which is probably why it was flagged by Wells Fargo. But anyway, I approved that transaction a week and a half ago, and now Noom has charged me again last night, and I didn't have that much money in my checking account because it's the end of the pay period and I didn't need it, I didn't think. And so I overdrafted, and I'm pissed. So I am going to, I contacted them. If I can, I'm actually going to see if I can get a partial refund and just switch to MyFitnessPal. I've been losing a little bit of steam with the community is not as useful as I thought it would be. The coach is not helping me. I think they're good for people who don't know how to set goals, but I do. So, at this point, I feel like I get it, and I feel like I've gotten my money's worth so far, right? Like, I don't want a full refund, but I don't really think it's cool of them to charge full, like, for the whole program. Like, I get that that's, like, pretty common, but, if they're gonna be screwing with my money and now they've caught me an overdraft charge, they better just let me out of the program. And I really don't think I should have to pay for 8 months worth if they're the ones that are screwing things up and making me not trust them and not want to. Because at this point, I want my bank information away from them because they keep charging me over and over and over again. And I if I'm going to stay in this program and get charged every 2 weeks and then have the money put back in, that's got to be, like, that's screwing with my money. Like, that's not okay. So I'm thinking I'm just going to switch to MyFitnessPal now that I have the idea of the program down. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do Noom, but maybe they should get their money stuff figured out before people go paying for it, because I tried to pay them full price for it and they screwed with it, and I'm over it. And so I'm going to try to get them to let me quit the program and get my money back for the remainder of the program. I don't expect them to give me a full refund. I don't think it would be fair for them to give me a full refund because I have used the program for the last month. But I want off their system. They better not charge me again. So help me, they better not charge me again. And it would be really smart of them to, at the bare minimum, refund me enough to cover an overdraft fee. I hope y'all are doing well. Please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your favorite workout to do is when it's gross outside.